Sometimes we don't know what we don't know, and research is one of the tools we can use to draw our attention to things that are important, but that again, we don't know. I'm going to give you an example from my own research. I studied 20 first grade classrooms in the greater Boston metropolitan area. And one of the things I looked at in these 20 first grade classrooms is how much time were they spending with informational text during the school day. My findings surprised a lot of people in the field. I found that on average, children were spending just 3.6 minutes a day with informational text in first grade classrooms. It's no wonder, given that children were having so much difficulty with informational text reading and writing later in schooling. So that study helped to just draw attention to a phenomenon that maybe we hadn't thought of, but that was important for understanding and moving forward in developing young children's literacy. In that same study, I had a sample that had 10 first grade classrooms that were in very wealthy school districts and 10 that were in very high poverty school districts. And I looked across those to see what differences there were. Now, some of the differences I saw were things that anybody would have expected. For example, there were many more books in the wealthier school districts than there were in the high poverty school districts. But other things were things that I don't think we would have known otherwise. For example, the teachers in the wealthier school districts pointed to print on the walls more often over the course of the day. They integrated reading and writing into science and social studies more often, and many other subtle differences that are important to education and that, again, we might not have known if the research hadn't drawn attention to them. Because sometimes we don't know what we don't know, research is really an important tool for guiding our practice.